Greetings, friends, and welcome back. This is Hunarub Adventures Session 4 of our live streamed Dungeons and Dragons homebrewed campaign. We are down one of our regular players today as they're coming back from a vacation, just as I did today myself. So, things should be good. They'll jump in later on, I'm sure, but until then, let's go ahead and jump into it. Who would like to do our recap from last week?
A lot of trauma happened.
Yes.
We got a mission to go fight some flying snakes. We thought it would be easy. It was not. We almost died badly, but we didn't.
Yeah.
We emerged victorious.
We did indeed. We took care of the flying snakes, and we got a level up. So this is actually our first level in the campaign, so you guys are now level 1. And how does that feel after being a commoner for so long?
The power
Like a
jump
breath
is
of
great.
fresh air. Yeah, the power jump is nuts. My health has it's more than doubled.
That is quite nice for everybody. Our little settlement here has also grown a bit. We have 6 houses, a store, an adventuring camp, basically, where you guys can go and get your quest and all of that. You have the castle. Knight Julius, for some reason, still has doing his thing in the tent, which is used as like a guard base so that the guards can meet in and all of that. And your farms are going strong. In a couple of months, we will have a steady supply of food, and things are looking up. What do we want to get into
Wondering
today?
how long they'll stay that way.
And what do we want to get into today? We can get more orders from Julius. We can go on our own adventure and try something new. We could go and attempt to do more trading, or perhaps travel somewhere we've never been before, like the Dwarven settlements. Or we could always just kill some nobles.
Can I ask a question?
Of course. What is your question?
At the end of the last session, I snagged a healthy-looking egg from the nest of those flying snake things.
Mm-hmm.
And my guy's keeping it incubated with some of those heating stones and whatnot. And has it shown any signs of life, or I shouldn't say life, but is it like gonna hatch soon or something?
Go ahead and roll me either a nature check or an animal handling check.
I did that too, so I suppose I should also roll that.
Sure.
Let me look.
Nature is
Oh wait, hang
in my familiar take the help action.
This
I
isn't.
mean, technically it can, but it's up to the DM on this one because it can't really communicate or help give you ideas.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. If it was a physical action, then yes, but this is more of a mental thing.
Fair enough. Let's see what the dice say.
It's only 11,
Okay.
despite having
Dirty
proficiency and plus 2.
21.
All right. With an 11, you see basic signs of life. The egg is in its. You don't know which stage it's in, actually. You don't know which stage of incubation it's in. However, it does seem to be alive. With a 21, however, not only do you know that the egg is alive, you would know it's in its later stages of incubation and is probably going to hatch within a week.
I'm going to assume his egg was laid around the same time as mine, given how we got them from the same place. So, and that's the case, it's probably in the same stage. So, if with that, assuming that, I tell him, I think it's gonna hatch within the week.
Cool. All right. That is good to know. I was just planning to keep keep it going until it either showed signs of death or showed it was gonna hatch.
Sure
It's
thing.
good to have a time frame.
Hey, do you think they're kind of like chickens where they just always lay an egg and then we just have a nice supply of fresh snake bird eggs?
I do not know.
That'd be great. Those things tasted really good.
Yeah, but like, imagine if they get loose.
Didn't you stick them in your mouth raw?
I mean, why not?
I
Nothing,
I would.
nothing clears a hangover like a snake egg or snake bird egg. And also, how would they get loose? Like they're not being fertilized.
No, like not the eggs, like the flying snakes we're harvesting them for. Like we have to house them somewhere.
Build a coop.
Yeah.
Clip their wings. Build a coop.
I think we're better off with chickens. They're at the very least harmless.
Well,
So
and
with these things, if you declaw them, clip their wings, defang them.
luckily for you, that is what this village has been surviving on is chicken eggs and the
Ish.
little bit of supplies you've brought with you because chickens grow relatively quickly, and along this journey that you guys had, you were able to harvest some chickens. So that is, at least, you do have a steady supply of meat at the moment as we wait for the cattle to mature.
Uh, Let me think. What does my guy do?
Well, we have lots of options. We could traverse the Underdark. We could try to find a way to the Feywild. We could go to the
Ooh.
desert. We could go to the Dwarven nations, or we could travel to the tundras of Natsu.
Let's keep it simple, stupid. Let's not do any of them. We just hit level 1. We almost died last time. I don't want to die again. Almost die again.
Tis fair.
We
So I
could
don't
see it. We
think
could see if Julius has anything that needs doing.
Probably our best bet.
All right.
Huh.
So you go
I'm
over to
convinced
No.
it's just
Julius's tent.
I just approach and say, "Hey, Julius, me and my individuals were wondering if you had any more things that need doing after we've taken some time and we've pretty much recovered from that unfortunate incident last time."
Oh yes, the flying snakes. They were a big bother. Glad you guys took care of them. As far as jobs, there's always scouting to be done. over near the tundra where you found the the metal remains, we haven't really looked too much further. You could always head deeper into the tundra. The desert would be another good option, or just seeing what else is out there. As far as actual jobs go, I don't have anything for you guys to take care of at the moment, other than if you guys want to go look for another entrance to the Underdark, see if you can't. Although we haven't had any issues with them recently, the only real issue we're having is lack of nutrients. We're surviving on meat and eggs, but we don't have any vegetables yet. Perhaps you guys could do some trading with the village that you guys went to get those berries?
That is doable, assuming you have something to trade.
Well, we do have plenty of materials to trade. I can discuss with the Count if you would like to take in some of that as collateral. We could probably do another 500 gold's worth of materials, send that with you.
Wait a second. I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
The metal frame, the metal frame of the airship you mentioned, and last time we were there, the merchant was willing to barter for metal, and we got pretty good prices. If we harvest some of that, we could immediately negate the idea of trading anything we already have. Harvest that, then go to the village and trade it.
Well, we already harvested all of it. We sent our scavengers out,
Yeah,
and we picked it all
we've
up.
already harvested it all. It's just I believe what he means is we didn't bring that large of a quantity with us. He was quite happy to trade with us for it. It's just we didn't bring a large amount of it the
Oh,
last time we went trading.
yeah, we could absolutely send you with only metal if that's what you wish, but that would heavily dip into our supplies. Not that we're
I
using too
wouldn't.
much metal at the moment.
I wouldn't suggest it because we wouldn't want to shoot ourselves in the foot later.
Hang on, wait,
Yeah,
what
that's a
about the
fair
one cave?
point.
That first cave we cleared out, that had silver in it, didn't it? And I know we sent some people to start mining it.
Well, that was until we caved it in.
Yeah,
Oh,
our
right.
best.
Shit.
I believe our best bet for trading would be we know it's there. We've set up somewhat friendly relations. He will be by within the month to trade here and continue to set up relations. Our probably best bet is to go to the other places, the people we have made friends or acquaintances with along our route here, pointed out in order to set up relations and possible trade between there and here.
I'd
More
say we
friends,
try the
more
Desert
trade.
Kingdom.
That's a little too far away, and it's in an area that we know nothing of and is technically in a different kingdom. We wouldn't want to create any political quarrel.
To be
You'd best be.
entirely honest, I'm pretty sure our current kingdom, I'm pretty sure our current kingdom has forsaken us.
Well, whether they've forsaken us or not is a different matter. This place isn't. Can't really just go wandering off for days or weeks at a time like this. This place is still really
Yeah.
fragile. I mean, there's like not even 100 people here, including us.
Indeed. But as
And
you are aware, tomorrow the first scouting party will be coming back from the kingdom, the capital of Celeste. So they will be here tomorrow morning. If you want to wait around for them to see what the king actually said about our achievements.
Yeah, let's do that. In the meantime, I elect we stay here and help out where we can until we hear back from them. At most, maybe we scout a bit in the nearby areas. Nowhere more than a day's travel there and back.
Sure. We know the general directions of where we're at nearby. You know the caved-in caves to the east. There is the desert hatch place to the west. There is uh, basically open lands to the south that harbor some interesting creatures. And then you, of course, have the tundra that's just past that, the desert just past to the west, the dwarves just past to the east, and to the north you have back home to the capital, Celeste. In fact, let me go ahead and put you guys on the Y'allhaven map.
Okay, so who votes for what? Although the tundra's out for one reason, the egg's not going to survive in the cold.
Are we bringing the egg with us?
Well, the alternative is leaving it unattended, and that I don't like.
We met that other settlement, then we know of what? Two more we have marked on the map in the immediate area of where we are.
There's
From
really
people we've met.
only one true settlement, and that's the one that you guys are trading at. You do know of the
We met that one. We
dwarf.
we know of the dwarf. We know of the small farming settlement that
Yep.
we can trade with. We know of obviously that one that is only criminals. Then everyone else we met were wandering people, weren't they?
Pretty much. You did have yeah, the traveling cart house with Story Shark. You met
Story Shark
him,
was traveling, yeah.
and then
Then
you had
we
the forge guy, the Dwayne, the dwarven master
he
blacksmith
was
guy.
stationary.
He is stationary. And then you had the farmhouse.
The farmhouse was stationary again.
Yep, which for
Then we
some
had the
reason I
two
can't
different.
find. There it is.
We had the two different dryads, didn't we? We had the actual dryad that asked us to kill the dust imp and gave us the tree, but they probably
Yes.
don't want to trade with us. And then there was the dryad that lived in the swamp, if you want to call them a dryad,
Correct. Yes.
and gave us a riddle to slip past, which we answered.
Indeed. Yeah, that
And
was the scary
then
swamp right there. Okay, cool.
yeah,
So there's the Fey Rock, the scary swamp, the small farm, the deep crevice, the ruined cave acid water.
mm,
Let's see. Dwayne's Forge. The old ruins where Timmer's first character died, the elf cook.
hmm
There is the hot spring cave with the weird tentacle monster.
yep. We came from the north west ish, but mostly north.
Mm-hmm.
To the south is a tundra, and to the west is the desert. We haven't really explored too much to our east. we
Right.
probably want to go explore to the east to find out what is in the immediate, not just what's in the immediate vicinity, what maybe is in with a day or two of our immediate area.
We don't want to miss the king. We don't want to miss the scouting party's
I'm not-
return.
Well, we don't have to set out today. We can just do normal. We can just do general tasks for today, and we can set out tomorrow. But we don't want to be blind to any possible dens of monsters, possible allied settlements, any uh, any roaming bands of bandits or bandit camps over there. We don't want to be blind to that way. We mostly know what is to our north. We know to the west is a cliff that then leads it's like 80, 90 feet down into a desert, and into our south is a tundra, an ice cold tundra. Our most immediate threats are most likely going to come to our east. And while, yes, we've explored our immediate vicinity, we've not explored much beyond that, which I believe we should probably rectify.
In favor, raise your hand. Sorry, my guy said that in character.
Well, obviously, Linexia raises that. It's basically just globe. Linexia put the idea forward.
So we have a majority.
Yeah, Glorb, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm kind of for sticking around here and helping out. Like I said, this place is pretty fragile. It, needs a lot of help growing. We're less than 100 people. We've already been attacked once. And, I mean, exploring's nice and all, but, a lot to do around here. Kind of hate to say this, but Julius is right. I mean, look at our food situation. It's not good at all. We really have nothing for when winter comes. Yeah, we got some crops, but I mean, it's the first year they've been planted. They're gonna do okay. We're gonna get some food, but
Yeah, but I understand, but out of every one of us that is capable of every one of us that is part of this group, be they at the moment well enough to aid or not, you're really the only one capable of helping with the farms. The rest of us are craftsmen, or I can hunt, but whatever is hunted would just end up being consumed within a day or two. Long-term food production is literally you are the only one capable of helping with that flow.
honestly, that wasn't even a "hey, I used to be a farmer" thing. I was just like pointing out how
I know.
the absolute knife edge that this place is walking right now. I think.
Yeah.
Look, we will stay at least until. Look, we'll help out at least at bare minimum until we receive word from the king. Then we'll scout. Then we'll decide whether or not we want to continue doing so or scout east. Sound fair?
I think we should go trade for food, like storable food while we still can. Because we have no idea how bad the winters are going to be down here. For all we know, we get 8 feet of snow, we're all trudging through. Well, not even able to trudge through it.
You do raise a good point. We do not know how bad the winter. The winter could be minuscule. It could not even be worse than the summer. It could be pretty much the summer, so long as the weather comes from the west. If the weather comes from the south, though, we could be buried under multiple feet of snow.
It's hard to say.
Or they could cancel each other out, and we could literally be in a dead zone where no season ever changes. We do not know, and we will not know until
Wait a
it occurs.
second. I have an
But
idea.
you do also need
I
to
have
take
an
into account.
idea to help us. I have an idea to help us withstand the winter.
Does it involve bees and getting mead?
No.
No,
No.
change of pace. Okay, I'm listening.
Remember that really big fiery stone that I marked on my map?
That'll keep us warm, but I'm not too worried about staying warm. I'm more worried about what we're gonna eat.
No,
No,
I
but
think I know
like,
where he's going with this. If we find a safe way to mine it, we place it around the farms. The farms then don't get the crops then don't get cold in the winter and can keep growing through the winter.
yes.
That's part of it, but
If we
there's
can
a
just
little bit
find
of
a
other
way to
stuff.
bring that entire stone here and plant it in the middle and plant it in around and move like have the fields around it, it'll keep it sustainable, at least in theory.
I don't know much about farming, but I do also know it tends to the sun isn't out for as long, and plants tend to need sun during winter. The sun isn't out as long in winter, and plants tend to need sun. Am I right, Club? Please tell me I'm right. I'm not wrong, am I?
No, you're not wrong at all.
Okay, good. So even if we do keep them warm, without the sunlight, I don't know how well they'd grow. It would work to a degree, but it might be a hell of a lot of work for zero payout.
Uh,
And I think it's an interesting long-term plan, but that's going to require a lot of labor, and that labor could much better be spent here right now.
okay, so here's the game plan. We wait and see if everyone agrees. We wait until tomorrow when the scouts come. We try and help out around the village until then. After we hear back from them, we do as much trading as we can to get as much food in hopes we can withstand the winter.
How many months do we have till winter, first of all?
Well, it was spring when you guys started, so it's probably just about summer now.
Oh, so we've got basically the entire summer and then into autumn to prepare. It's not an immediate thing on the immediate horizon.
Right.
So I still say making sure there is nothing of threat further to the east is of the most importance.
True, but if we wait until after the kings come, we can scout a
Yes,
larger distance and sweep.
we're going to wait until after tomorrow. We're not leaving today. We've come to that conclusion. We're just going to be here doing things for today. But I believe making sure there is nothing of immediate threat to the east, the one unknown that we can actually traverse and not have to worry about freezing or dehydrating or boiling to death.
So while we're talking about trade, we should get some type of process goods starting here. I mean, because alright, we got a lot of rocks. That's cool. You can trade for raw ass rocks, but cut rocks people like better. If we can get access, if we could find a deposit of clay around here, we can make bricks. People always want bricks. You know, I'm not saying something big and crazy like, oh yeah, we start mass producing, masterwork swords or some, fancy shit like that, but like simple stuff that we'll be able to sell for a little bit more, get better trade value.
The man has a
And
point.
not only that, and again, I'm just staying on the bricks because it's the first thing that came to my mind. If it's cut stone or bricks, that's stuff we can use around here. Because, I think people would like, brick houses as opposed to the tents they're living in. That's it. Doesn't have to be cut stone or bricks. It's just the first thing that popped in my head.
Is there anywhere we could set up a quarry nearby?
Oh, we got a river right near us. We could probably follow it. Like, this is something we could do today, not even traveling far. See if there's, some decent clay deposits, downriver. We got tall grass fucking everywhere. So, cut that, dry it out as, straw. We have, and just pointing at the river and the lake, water, clay, water, straw, boom, bricks. And just, we don't even need a kiln. I mean, a kiln will be nice, but even sun-dried, that's still better than nothing.
Well, you actually do know of a quarry area or an area that could be used as a quarry. That is over by the desert, actually. Let me see here. Where was that? Yeah, if you remember this map.
How many days travel is that?
Well, if you take the river, it would only be about a half a day, and then it would be about a 2-hour walk after you get off the river junction.
What about the return trip?
So overall, it would be a little over half of a day to get there one way. So overall, if you stay for a few hours, it would probably be a little over a day. You'd probably want to spend the night.
We'll head out tomorrow and scout. I proceed to tell King Julius, I think. Not King Julius. I proceed to tell Julius, look, here's what I'm thinking. We, if we're gonna survive long term, we need to focus more on just crops. Perhaps tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna take my party, and maybe we can scout out an area where we could find a quarry. We can build houses. We can reinforce our walls. So if they shoot fire at us again, well, you know that stone doesn't burn as easily as wood. Could. And he says, he chuckles between, and after we build our walls and houses, maybe we can trade them to other kingdoms. That sound like a plan?
What are your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, that was literally my idea. So obviously I'm for
Yeah.
it. Like,
We're a
what am I
team
gonna do? Be
here.
like, nah, I don't like my own idea.
We're a team here. We don't have you don't have ideas. We have ideas.
Until you have a
And
really
that's the
stupid
bad
I mean,
idea,
things
then
are
it's your
yours.
idea.
You can still assign individual credit in a team, but yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, the idea of just getting a trade thing, that didn't necessarily have to be rocks. It just happened that was the first thing that came to mind. And coincidentally, it actually works out really well. Like, I wasn't, I really, like I said, I suggested it, so obviously I'm for it. And I don't mind waiting till tomorrow till the holding up 2 appendages with like 4 little protrusions doing air quotes. The king, I doubt the king would drag his ass all the way down here.
No, he'd probably just send a messenger.
So are we skipping out on waiting for the scouting party and going straight to the
No,
quarry area?
We were waiting for the scouting, like we were going to do this after the scouting party.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're spending today here doing general stuff, either helping around or doing our own thing.
Understood.
Maybe even just taking a day off after our near-death experience.
That makes total sense, absolutely. So you guys can rest up for the evening, and then of course be woken up the next morning to another glorious speech from our count. As
Wait, can I say what my character does?
Go for it.
Basically, he goes to the alchemist and offers to help him make potions in exchange for a healing potion, and then cast Unseen Servant 3 times and has his summons do it.
Wait. So you want to cast Unseen Servant 3 times?
He wants to offer to help our alchemist or healer or whoever makes any form of poultice or whatever
Hmm.
Don't
in
we have an
exchange for his
alchemist or
work.
something?
Yeah. In exchange
Yeah.
for working there, he wants health potions, but then to not do the work, he's going to cast Unseen Servant 3 times to make the servants do the work for him.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Which honestly is actually a benefit to the guy, cause like he gets free for the price of one.
Yeah, let me just take a look here real quick. So yeah, as long as you're nearby, it shouldn't be an issue. You can absolutely do that. And if you cast it as a ritual, which does take an hour each time, so it would take you 3 hours to cast it, but that wouldn't cost you any spell slots. But of course, since you're going to bed, that really doesn't matter. So
I'm not too worried about expending spell slots.
easy enough. So you go ahead and cast your Unseen Servant, help out with the potions, and you end up making a decent amount where the alchemist that works there, she ends up giving you 2 extra healing potions because of you made so much. So you can walk away with 2 extra healing potions for the day. Anybody else have anything they want to do?
Um, I'm probably going to hunt and just try and aid the general stockpile.
Understood. Are you gathering like jungle vegetables and fruits and stuff, or are you going for meat?
I'm hunting for meat.
Okay.
The elusive vegan hunter.
Actually,
Sorry, that was a
quick
little out of
question:
pocket.
in the
Yeah.
armory,
Uh-huh.
I know you said we have some basic weapon. You said short bows, long bows, short swords, and then these simple weapons, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
That's all we have.
That is correct.
We don't have any long swords in there, do we?
No, but you do have hand
No.
crossbows. That was something that was able to be
Yeah.
created with the new smithy.
Okay. Fair enough. That's fine. It's just I'll just do that then. I'll just hunt. What? Survival, nature. What?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a survival check.
Fucking hell. 11 again. I rolled. That's the second 7 I've rolled, and I've only rolled twice.
Not too bad though. With an 11, you come back with a couple of. You get one big animal and then a couple of small game animals. So you get a decent amount of meat for the day. You come back all happy and full, and adding to the meat pile. But meat is still food, so and our people will not starve.
I think I'm gonna spend the day training with the guards. You know, Orb's a fighter, wants to keep up, help make sure that the guards are, keeping up.
Sure thing. You can absolutely do that. You help out with the guards. You learn a little bit about them. Um, you find out that one of the guards that you're training with is also one of the new soon-to-be parents, as his wife is pregnant and they just moved into one of the 6 houses. He is one of the privileged people that got a house because of his wife is pregnant.
Aw.
You're gonna have a baby. That's so awesome.
It is. I'm super excited. It's gonna be I'm definitely going to want to stay in the village with my job and not venture too much with you guys again. It was fun working with you guys when we went into that cave, but I probably won't be doing that anytime soon.
Hey,
I
fair enough. You know
completely
what?
understand.
You always need a good town guard that just wanders around and makes people feel safe. That guy is underrated.
I appreciate you saying that. And yeah, you guys helped us a lot during the trip here, so we're really thankful for you and your team.
I'm just glad we found a nice place to settle down.
Indeed, and without the king overlooking our shoulders.
Speaking of, anyone want to place bets if His Highness is going to come down here himself, like some people are saying? My money's on no.
Oh, there's no way he would do that dangerous of a journey on his own. I mean, sure, it's only going to take 2.5 or 2 weeks, which would save a week from what we had to deal with. But I doubt he's going to come on his own. It'll probably be some proxy or some lesser noble.
Yeah. Great, just we need another one walking around town acting like he owns everything.
No kidding. We're still taking bets on how many people are going to try to take out the count. Not that any of us would do it, but we're definitely taking bets to
No,
see who's going to break first.
uh, I think he'll last until winter, and then he's gonna do something really stupid like, you know, 1/8 rations for everyone except himself, and then that's when everyone snaps.
Yeah, I think Julius will keep him in line a little bit. I don't know. Julius has a good head on his shoulders. He's a good guy. Sure, he's under the king's boot, but he definitely has his own thoughts in his head.
Well, Targa being this far out here is, King's Boot is pretty far away. Kind of got to think for ourselves out here. No one's gonna
Indeed.
save us except for us.
Yeah, yeah, you're not kidding. And at least we have a true knight at our side. The Count can do what he wants, but Julius will hopefully protect us from whatever craziness he has.
I agree. Well, I think this break's over. I'm gonna get back to that spear drilling.
Certainly. And he holds up his spear to go back to sparring with you. Uh, but that will complete the night. You guys can have your full 8 hours of sleep, be woken up to another speech by our glorious Count as Julius and Count Hamill come out to the balcony to do their morning speech. Julius actually speaks first. Greetings, everyone. It is my pleasure to have the first words of the day and greet you on this momentous occasion. In about an hour, our first scouting team will be here, and we will have our first news from the king. I, Knight Julius, have been struggling to keep composure and my noble rank here in this land. But I am doing my best, as is the Count. We have come together to try to make sure everybody has some sort of resemblance of peace, even in our situation. So I am happy to announce that Vex, whatever his last name may be, is going to become a noble in about 9 months. And we have just gotten confirmation from the king that we will have 2 extra noble titles to hand out, and we will be handing out to the village. One will be the title of Baron, and one will be the title of Duke. And these are going to be tremendous moments for us all. Now, without further ado, I introduce Count Hamill. Good morning, peasants. It is with my great pleasure that I get to hand out these two noble titles. I do believe, Vex, in 6 months' time, you will earn the title of Baron. You will become the mayor of the Baron, the mayor of this domain, and you will help me run this town properly. But the title of Duke, the one who will run this area, extending to not just the city, but half of the county itself. This is a pleasure I am not sure who to hand this to. So, get up here and kiss my boots and show me you deserve this title. And enjoy the rest of your day. I am Count Hamill. This is Hamill County and Hamillshire. Enjoy your time here. And he leaves.
Question out of character. Is a Duke higher than what he is currently?
No, a duke is just below a count. A
Lower.
count is the highest title of noble that is not
Okay.
related to the king. So the only higher title than a count would be a margrave, and a margrave you have to be related to the king by immediate family, whether you're a brother, a cousin, or something similar to that. That is how you become a
Okay.
margrave.
I was thinking maybe he was just getting everyone to kiss his feet, and then he was just going to turn around and give it to himself. No,
would
but
be
if
hilarious.
it's a lower rank title, that makes sense.
Yeah, so a
Honestly,
duke would
I wouldn't put it past him.
a duke would run half of a county. So there should be two dukes in a county, but he only has permission to grant one duke title. So that means somebody else is going to become duke, and he doesn't have the power to name them. So that's going to be interesting.
So that means the
So
king's
then the
naming
question
one of the Duke for this
becomes,
place.
if not him, then who?
Indeed.
The king. The
And
king's
what?
the king will be naming someone Duke of the place, probably in order to keep an eye on him. Because let's not forget, the whole reason Hamill was picked was because it was either go or lose it, lose your noble status. He did something to piss off the king
It definitely
or
seems
someone
that way.
related to the king.
Honestly, he's done something to piss off literally everyone.
Yeah. When will he get it through his skull that announcing to everyone here, when opening his speeches with "Good morning, peasants," is not going to endear him to anyone at all?
He literally just told
My guy
everyone
just
to kiss
chuckles and says,
Yeah,
some
okay, I'll
people
give you that.
pray to the gods that their diseases are cured. I say, why not transfer them? Doesn't seem like a big ask.
Yeah, well,
Anyway, so when one of those scouting party messengers, whoever the hell it's gonna be, is getting here.
They should be here in about an hour. So if you guys waited out for that hour, you... Oh, there we go.
What could I do to try and make the best possible impression before they come?
That is a great question. That is a really good question. I'm not entirely sure what the what your best option is. You could, I don't know, stab Count Hamill in his neck. You could perhaps make a glorious speech as they come in. You could, I don't know, greet them at the door and just say hi?
Honestly, that last one's probably my best bet. I mean, no offense, but if I but if they're gonna give me my family's nobility status back, they're probably gonna want to meet me, and it's probably best that I don't approach them while covered in blood.
Yeah, probably not.
even
So,
if even if spilling that blood was a public service.
so as you guys wait out this hour of time, uh, Knight Julius awaits by the door, or by the gates of the village. As you guys wait it out, you guys find five people heading to the village. You have four scouts and one nobleman. As they approach the city, would you guys like to do anything or just let this play out as is?
Can I
Play out
roll
as is.
a investigation check to see who this noble is and if I know anything about them by reputation?
Um, hmm. That is, I'm not even sure what that would, an insight check probably? Yeah.
I was gonna do investigation.
I don't
Most
think
because that's not.
investigation would work here. You're not searching anybody or anything.
What about history?
History would work.
Good, I have +7 in history.
Go ahead and roll when you're ready. Oh, you're cutting out
What
really bad.
the fucking
Turned
hell
into a
is...
bass drum.
They turned into pure static for me.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes. Well, we will... Guess we wait and see if he comes back.
Am I coming
Hello?
in clearer now?
Yes,
Hey!
much better.
Okay, I rolled a 9. I don't think I got anything with that.
Unfortunately, you don't know who this noble is, but he is very well dressed and probably pretty high up on the food chain. He's surrounded by four armed guards that are carrying both short swords and bows. These do not look like your typical guards that you have in this village.
I just stand there and try to make the best impression possible. He's not going to say anything unless someone specifically addresses him.
Okay. Anybody else have anything they want to do before Julius makes his introduction?
No,
Wait, are we really gonna
not
let?
me.
Oh, wait, yeah, Julius, not the other guy. Shit, I thought you were gonna let the Count make his introduction. Like, if we let the Count be the first person this guy talks to, he's gonna burn this entire city.
Julius steps forward to greet the scouting party. Oh. Duke Grenshaw, I did not expect you to make an appearance yourself. It is a great pleasure to see you again, my friend. And Mr. Crenshaw looks up. Uh, Julius, my brother, it is good to see you. I honestly didn't expect you to make the trip, but look at you, still surviving. And they go back and forth brotherly play fighting, kind of. And then the Duke steps up. Not much of a county, is it? Not yet, anyways. Perhaps it could use a firm hand and some growth. Maybe some money, perhaps. I didn't bring too much, as we didn't take a carriage. We wanted this trip to be quick. Knight Julius replies, "Understood. And how is the king's temperament? Uncle Joseph was never the nicest when it came to these things." The Duke replies back, "No, he always sends his family to watch over everything. But this time he sent that pitiful Baron. How is he?" Knight Julius replies again, "The Baron has named himself Count with the paperwork to stake that claim. But he isn't doing the worst he could. Luckily for us, we have some decent people in our adventuring party, and they've really been holding this place up. I don't know what we'd do without them. And of course, our guard team is coming along well." And so they go back and forth again, just going over more and more details of how much of a failure the Baron is. And you get to learn some juicy details about Count Hamill before he became a count. Back in Celeste, when he was just Baron Hamill, he ran a small town much like this one, except the people there kept starving to death and were not doing anything that needed to be done. The people did not care, and the Baron did not know how to get these people to care. So everything just kind of fell apart and turned to crime. And when the Duke here stepped in, he turned that place around in less than a month. So this Duke knows what he's doing, and he's got the record to show for it. He's not here being sent off like the rest of us. He's here to make this place grow. Now that it's successful and we are here.
And can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
Above table. This is above table discussion.
Uh-huh.
After my guy's title is restored, hypothetically speaking, if an unfortunate accident were to befall the Count, would I be in line for a promotion?
You would not be first in line, that's for sure, but a promotion, yes. But you would not be count.
No, but like how I figure it, like the person underneath Count but above me, one of those, you said Duke, right? One of
Yep.
those is going to be promoted to Count, but then the Duke position will be empty, and I'll be promoted to Duke. That's how I picture it in my head, right?
You would probably be either a Viscount or an Earl.
I don't know too much about noble hierarchy, to be entirely honest.
So the noble hierarchy would start with the king, then it would go to the Grand Duke, and then obviously you would have your princes and princesses under there because that bullshit. Then you have the Duke, and then you have the Marquis, and then you have the Earls, and then you have the Viscount, and then you have Baron.
Fair enough. Tough.
And then below Baron, you would have Baronet, which is a smaller title, but not really a thing here. You would either be a Viscount or an Earl if you got promoted.
Fair enough. Like I said, I'm not planning on doing anything yet. I mean, let me put it to you like this: if let me put it to you like this: if history repeats itself, if winter comes in, if Julius is having an all-you-can-eat buffet while everyone else is just barely scraping by,
Well, it
hey,
wouldn't be Julius, it'd be Baron Hamill. Julius has proven he'd
not
share
Baron,
equally.
not Julius. I meant the count. Why am I keep getting them confused? So I'm terrible with names. But
No
like,
worries.
if the count having a full four-course meal while the rest are just scraping by, at some point or another, it's gonna get to
Someone's
the
gonna
point where
find him
everyone
shivved
had
in his
motive.
bed.
What?
Someone's gonna find him shivved in his bed.
And I mean, and then like everyone had motive, even if everyone knows no one's gonna talk. Look, they can't prove who did it. They just know he was literally surrounded by literally everyone who wanted him dead. And honestly, assuming whoever takes his place actually gives a damn, it could even be argued that his death would serve the greater good.
Probably would.
Like,
Yeah.
one could even argue killing him would be a good thing.
Oh, and I actually was mistaken on that. So, to be a duke or a grand duke, you would have to be related to the king. Marquise is not the same. So, Marquise would be a lower title. So, uh, I just mixed that up earlier and wanted to clarify.
Point is, all I'm saying
Point is,
is,
nepotism gets you everywhere.
yeah, and I
Indeed.
can't, even in the fictional world, I can't escape that truth.
Nope, and unfortunately, it does, as you've come to learn, Knight Julius and this new Duke, shit, I already forgot his name. Cornwall? Yeah, Cornwall. Duke Cornwall here is both related to the king. Baron Hamill, now Count Hamill, is not related to the king and is married or was married to the king's sister, but the sister ended up passing away due to starvation, which is what caused all of this to happen.
I see. Well, regardless, regardless, I, regardless, if things got bad enough under the Count's thing, I could even possibly try and persuade King Julius that this is what's best for the settlement. Not King Julius, just Julius. That getting rid of the Count is what's best for the settlement. Not even convincing him to do it, just convincing him not to stop it. Stop.
These are options.
Either way, let's see what he has to say outside of talking to Julius one-on-one.
Right.
Let's see if he treats us as nicely as Julius does, or if he treats us like pieces of shit like the Baron does.
I mean, if he's anything like Julius, he can't be that bad.
That's what I'm hoping, but we'll find out now, won't we?
Mm-hmm. So, as the Duke approaches into the city, side by side with Julius, as they come in, they see this party awaiting them with the guards, you guys, and um, actually is this guy is the one of the guys
That's
you guys
Scoops.
saved, right? Oh, that's Scoops. Okay, yeah.
That's Scoops. That's Scoops' character, but he's not actually here right now.
No worries. I just couldn't remember if that was the guy that you guys saved who built the houses or not, but that's okay. He's
No.
greeted with a big crowd of people, and so he comes in. Oh, what an entrance! It is a pleasure to meet all of you. And Julius goes, well, this is Lenexia. She's a member of our adventuring party. This is Vex, a potential noble candidate that Count Hamill is currently vetting. Glorb was our resident farmer for a time and is now one of our top adventurers. He survived the entire journey as an adventurer and has been a pleasure to work with. That Scoop over there, he's relatively new to the adventuring party, but he's pulling his weight. He helped save some of the group from some flying snakes a couple days ago. It's been a wild mess, but they're all good people, and I vouch for them myself. And Mr. Cornwall, Duke Cornwall, looks up. Well, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. I probably won't remember your names right away, but I'll do my best. Pleasure to meet all of you. I'm Duke Cornwall. I will be taking the title of Duke in the county of uh, in Hamel County, as it has been named. If you guys need anything, or perhaps want to discuss future renovations, feel free to come to me. I am happy to oblige.
It's always nice to have another individual around who is quiet and polite, unlike a certain other noble in the city.
Is he still doing those morning announcements?
Yes, where he opens them by
Unfortunately.
addressing everyone as peasants.
Oh, of course he is. That's why his first village died. Let's see if we can't correct that behavior. If not with the carrot, it shall be with the stick.
Yeah, we're actually gonna be a little bit later. We're actually be going out scouting a possible koi site, making sure it's clear. We mapped it out a bit ago, but never actually took the time to look through it.
Oh,
Hopefully, with its acquisition, we'll be able to shore up the walls into a more sturdy defense, and maybe we can actually get everyone homes rather than tents or barracks.
oh, that is lovely. You guys are. Oh, Julius was right. You guys are absolutely fantastic. You guys take an initiative, and oh, I'm happy to see it. I look forward to working with you guys in the future. If you need anything, I will probably be taking the master suite in the castle.
And it's all right.
Okay. We don't. At least I don't stay in the castle, so all right.
We tend to find us dotted around. Me and Globe tend to prefer to camp until we have a more permanent residence, like an actual home. And I believe Vex is the one you'll most likely find in the castle. But we will be sure to come to you if you require any of our assistance. We will be quite happy to aid you, as we are quite happy to aid Julius. And we will certainly come to you if we have any ideas on how to make the place safer for everyone who is to live here.
Certainly. I look forward to it. You enjoy your trip. Be safe and come home alive.
Oh,
And
do you three want to stick around for whatever speech he's probably going to make, or do you want to get the move on now?
I mean, we kind of already introduced ourselves and feel like, might as well just move on. He seems, first impression, he seems all right, and
He seems like Julius if Julius hadn't been trained with a blade. I don't know if he is trained with a blade, but Julius makes it obvious with the whole plate armor knight title. It's obvious. I wouldn't be surprised if the Duke was as handy with a blade as Julius is, but one seems to have followed a political career, whereas one has followed a more martial career. But they both seem very good and kind people. At least he didn't address us as peasants, at least. I know Hamill sets the bar pretty low, but I think they cleared it quite well at the moment. We'll have to see how it goes, but he's cleared the bar very easily. Pretty low bar, but he's cleared the bar.
Well, guess we'll just have to see what happens. Let's go scout this area out, and then we don't. Maybe we'll get good news. Maybe we'll get bad news, and be able to gauge them off of that.
If we find it serviceable, we can station both. We can station both people to mine rocks and guards to keep those people alive.
That would be a deal, but first and foremost, we need to make sure it's safe. So we best get a move on, unless you plan to stick around for whatever speech he's planning to make, but I feel we got the gist of it in a more private one-on-one sense than a more generalized version.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good to get going.
Cool. So you guys take the.
I almost just want to stay to see if Hamill's finally gonna get some comeuppance.
Oh, I get the feeling with him around, he will. If what we heard from him speaking to Julius, with Hamill making everything go to shit, I get the feeling he won't last long. Especially with the fact that the king is actively related to Julius and his brother, Duke Cornwall. Considering he's related to them both, I feel like he's going to take their word over any bullshit Hamill spews. So if he's not careful, he's going to dig himself a hole he can't get out of. Because if he fucks this up, this is his second time. It's his second fuck up, and I don't know if the king will allow him a third one.
Yep. It's probably a safe bet that the Duke has his orders, and if he fucks up again, shit's gonna go down.
Yeah, I imagine letting his people starve was fuck up one, and then letting the king's sister starve was fuck up two.
Yep.
So
this was supposed to be a death
remotely
sentence. This was supposed to be a death sentence. Let's just say that.
I'm pretty sure it would have been a death sentence if it wasn't for us.
Correct.
Hey, don't put all the blame on our side.
Hey, it would have been a death sentence for everyone else as well. In this case, the needs of the many outweighed the few. Making sure everyone else made it here alive was more important than making sure he had his death sentence carried out.
Sad but true.
So, you guys can take your half-day journey to the quarry area, just north of the hatch.
Oh yeah, it was just north of the hatch.
Indeed. You have remnants of a dried-up lake to your north, up here where you see these little dirt things.
Oh yeah.
And then you have the desert to your west, and
which is is it a smooth transition or is it a cliff again?
It is a cliff again.
Okay.
Yep, the separation from the desert to the jungle is about a 60-foot cliff.
Oh, okay.
And then you have...
I take it we spawned down here.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I did pick the right place.
Absolutely. And so you guys can find yourself in this huge rocky zone. There is tons and tons of different types of stone. You have limestone, sandstone, and just different types of quarried rock that you can mine from here.
Can I Can I roll to see if anyone's been here recently?
Absolutely.
I'm
Go
just
ahead and
gonna.
roll me either a survival check, investigation check, or perception.
I'm gonna roll a
I
perception to see if anything's here currently. Never mind, I don't see shit.
Yeah, sorry.
What is wrong with my dice today? Or what is wrong with Roll20 today? It hates me.
What you got,
My
Vex?
thing is being slow. My
Oh.
thing is being slow. Can someone roll a d20 and add a +7?
Sure can.
Actually,
12 plus 7.
Yep.
I maxed out intelligence.
Oh, you're rolling investigation. Okay.
Yep. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah. So
I
with
maxed
a
out Dex.
with a 19, you are finding all sorts of different types of stones. It doesn't look like anyone's been here recently, like within the last 25 or so years. You actually do end up finding the remnants of some old pickaxes that are in tremendous condition, as these don't look rusted at all, and they're in a material you've never seen before. If only Hammer was here, he'd be able to tell you, but unfortunately, we got Gooey Hammer now.
Gooey Hammer. Ugh.
What do you make of this? He says he picks up one of the pickaxes and shows it to you.
I mean,
What would
looks
it
like
be?
a pickaxe.
I know, but look, there's no footprints, no anything. Rain falls, fog happens, and yet it's unrusted.
Best guess is magical.
Yeah, and maybe it's a rustless metal. I don't know. You're asking the wrong person here.
Okay. Yeah, well, not our area of expertise. I'm at Andromeda. This
These
is
are
my area
there.
of expertise.
How many of these are there?
Chaps,
Just the one. You find one pickaxe.
Oh, I thought you said 2. Oh, I must have been hearing things. Losing my goddamn mind!
He looks before saying. He looks at one of the limestone rocks and swings it. I'm gonna make a strength check.
Go for it.
I don't have any modifier.
So just a flat d20.
You want me to roll for you?
Ooh! Guys,
Yes.
I rolled a nat 20.
All right. So, this pickaxe, when you roll a natural 20, not only can quarry this stone without any issue, but it actually digs a tunnel about 30 feet whichever direction you were hitting. So if you were hitting straight down, well, you got a 30-foot tunnel now.
Holy shit. Question. Does it just delete it?
No, it quarries it inside a bag of holding that is inside the pickaxe, which of course you don't know. So it just eats it.
So it's like, to me and Globe, it's like those magical shovels that Dwayne gave us and just fucking delete shit.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
I look at Globe. It's like those shovels Dwayne gave me and Mason to clean up the mess he made, but why would anyone want to just delete rock?
I mean, if you're just trying to clear an area, maybe it's useful, but I don't know, trying to get
Am I-
rock.
Yeah, no. even if you're trying to clear an area, a rock's something you would use. So why would you just delete it? Either way, that's a big. Did you mine straight down?
It's like down at an angle, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a 45-degree angle down. Yeah, don't go down there.
I agree.
Where is it on the map so I know where to avoid?
Yeah, let me go ahead and just... There.
Wait a second. What are the odds I just created another entrance from the Underdark?
It's only we can see the bottom. It's 30 feet deep. Oh wait, no, you can't. You don't have that. That'll be why you can't see the bottom. I see now.
But you
No,
can.
I can see the bottom. Yeah, I just remembered you can't. You don't have dark vision. I'm sorry. I forgot. Yeah,
There. I added a hole.
It's I'd say it's about 30 feet deep. Don't jump in it. You'll probably break an ankle. But yeah, it's probably only about 30, 35, maybe 40 feet at a push deep. Most likely 30. Seeing as nothing is here, I'm going to check over towards the dried riverbed where wildlife or danger is more likely to be lurking.
Certainly.
And I'm going to check in there.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Come on, roll better. That's better. 15.
All right. Actually, the dried riverbed is home to lots and lots of different insectoids, larger than usual, but you see little pits of, well, familiar to you, fire beetle trails.
Oh, fucking bollocks.
Luckily for you, these don't seem recently used. This place pretty much looks abandoned from nature and everything else as of recently. You're not sure why.
I still don't want to touch them. Remember those flesh-eating bugs that came out of the dirt globe?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest, if anything was gonna disturb him and drive him into a frenzy, I think that giant fucking hole right there would do it.
You got a
That's
point.
fair.
They did seem to sense us approaching it. We didn't even have to touch it.
In fact, I'm pretty sure that would have disturbed most things out there, but
Just to be safe, let's put some distance. Let's head back and tell them this place is.
I don't feel that we can say that yet. It's abandoned. There's a difference between abandoned and safe. Something like
there's a lot of material here.
You don't just leave a tool like that behind.
Yeah, you wouldn't leave a magical pickaxe that deletes a 30-foot hole into the ground and just lying around unless you had to book it for some reason immediately.
And as you say that, you hear the screech of a very large bird.
Oh, piss, this is the rock area. I forgot about that.
Wait, what lives here? I forget.
The rocks, ROC, rock, giant flying birds. I forgot about that. They live in here. They live around here.
Shit. Someone find cover!
Are you taking cover or bolting?
I try to hide.
I'm gonna bolt for the tree line with 120 foot of movement.
Do any of these rocks have crevices that I could, like, ooze my way into?
Yeah, absolutely. You could ooze yourself into some crevices.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put myself off the map. I've booked it 120 foot towards the tree line and into the dense trees.
I go down the hole. I figure if it's at a 45 incline. I can climb back up once I get the all clear.
Yeah, it's 30 feet. How wide is it?
About 15 foot wide.
Oh, wow, okay.
Point is, as a kid, I used to run up a slide which was at a similar decline, so I'm pretty sure running up this will be simple.
Fucking
But
hell,
yeah,
that's a 15-foot wide hole. Jesus.
wait, how
Yep.
big are these birds?
Rocks are huge.
yeah.
They're like large or huge. They're
Could they reach me down this hole?
Yeah, probably.
In that case, then I just make it. Then I just
Yeah, they have a
make
10-foot reach.
But could they enter this hole? I guess is what I'm saying.
Let's see. How big are they? Let me.
Are we about to find out?
Wow, holy shit! I googled.
They are a
Googled
gargantuan
it. They're a
monstrosity.
They do not fit in that hole.
No,
whatsoever.
they do not. Nope.
So
That's within 1 square is medium or smaller. Taking up 4 squares is large. So that's like a medium. That's more of like a large. They take up like 4 squares. That's a huge, and then that's a gargantuan. They roughly.
Yeah, what the fuck? DM.
Yes.
What did we do to upset you?
Nothing.
Be
That's
fair-
the thing.
to
You
be
guys aren't
fair,
supposed to fight this thing.
We forgot. That's the problem.
Glorb is going
He told us.
to
I remember, as soon as he said a lot, you hear a bird screech. I remembered what was the problem here and why we didn't go here.
Glorb is going to.
But it was only then.
10 into this rock, and then hold his breath, which he can do for up to an hour.
All right.
Well, it cannot get you between. It cannot get. I don't even think you'd have to hold your breath. It cannot get you between those rocks.
Can I get stealth checks from everybody, please?
And I get advantage since I'm.
I will say everybody can get advantage, except for Linnexia.
Okay. I made it to the tree line, so
you're in the tree line for sure.
You dirty bitch! That nat 1 was supposed to be a 19. I feel cheated.
13.
Okay. What you got, Vex?
Oh, so I got the same as
rolling.
Glorb, at least.
Come on, I need a good one. 17 plus 3, dirty 20.
Nice. So everybody stays relatively hidden. The rockbird, with its keen vision, does notice something is off. Maybe it's the fact that there's a giant hole in their territory. But it swoops in and drops a large carcass right on top of this hole and then swoops right back off.
It's just trapped you in the fucking hole. Oh, God.
At the entrance of the hole now, there is a very large carcass of some sort of creature that has hooks for arms and a weird chicken beak.
Oh, God.
Is it blocking the entrance?
It is not necessarily blocking the entrance. You will have to crawl over it to get out, but that's not so bad.
Oh, God. How the hell did it kill one of them?
Okay,
What the hell was one of them doing on the surface?
This time I take the pickaxe. I'm a lot more
Which way
careful.
Which way did the bird come from?
The bird swooped in from the north, landed for a split second, dropped off the carcass, and left to the west.
Okay, we do not go the north.
Would we know what a hook horror is?
No, definitely not.
No, we have no idea, but what the... just looking at the corpse is enough to freak us out.
A single tendril extends with an eyeball attached to it, like, I think we're all clear. I think we're all clear. Okay, looking around. I don't see it. Oozing out. An eyeball is, like, straight up in the air, like, on a swivel, just looking around.
The coast seems to be clear now.
Hey, Vex,
Hey, DM.
hey, Vex, you dead?
No. DM, I have a question.
Go for it.
Up table. This thing, if it comes back, is made out of rock, right?
No, it just lives in the rocks.
No, it's...
Oh. I was gonna say, if it's made out of stone, I now have an item that seems to be a stone creature's worst nightmare.
It's called a rock, ROC, but it is just a fuck-off sized bird. That is all it is.
Fair enough.
It's just if a bird was the size of a dinosaur. That's all it really is.
Wait a second. My guy says, why on earth would it drop something like this and then leave?
Let's not stick around to find out. Let's get the hell out of here. Listen, you want to stay and investigate? You do that. Me, I'm gonna live.
I'm just gonna run.
That's
I'm gonna keep a lookout so I can warn them in case it comes back.
Sounds
good.
Oh
no, absolutely. The eyeball is still straight up, just like on an absolute swivel, looking around.
Understood. Yep, you guys safely make it out of there. As you guys make it into the tree line, you see two small versions of the rock bird pop out of the riverbed and run over. And they run over and start eating the carcass of the hooked horror.
How the fuck did I miss them?
What's that?
Okay, we are definitely never
How
coming
did I
back
miss
to it.
them?
Because you only got an 11?
No, I rolled. No. The perception check on the riverbed, I rolled 15.
Oh, a 15. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah, that's why.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
How big are they? I say we just run.
No. Yes. There
Yeah,
you go.
we're gone.
'Cause if you fight babies, then Mama comes back, and then Mama won't rest until we're all very, very dead.
I say we just continue our plan with getting our brilliant plan of getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, we're gonna go back there and tell everyone that this area is off limits.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
I remember why we didn't mark that place for quarrying in the first place. I can't believe I forgot, but I remember now.
I love when things come back like that, though.
A while ago. That would have been useful information before we came all the way out here.
I suppose if you figured out how that pickaxe works, we could mine. We could make a tunnel from further away underneath and get to the rock underneath all of that, but a literal mine. But that's if you can figure out how the fucking pickaxe works.
Indeed. I mean, you could attune to it.
Yeah, that would require a long rest, and I'm not doing that until I'm far away from here.
Fair enough. So you guys make it all the way back home safely after a half-day journey. You did not stay long, so overall that took about a day. Not too bad. So, once you guys make it home, very exhausted, ready for a nap, are you going straight to bed, or are you going to...
I'm finding Julius.
Okay. Knight Julius would be in his tent.
I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna I'm gonna pull out the map and I'm gonna mark it down and go, do not send anyone there. It's a rock nesting site.
Well, like the bird?
Like the bird.
Yeah, we need to stay as far away from them as possible. But it's good that you bring that up. We may have to pay tribute to them if we don't want them to attack our village. We
Yeah,
may have to.
currently it's mama with 2 babies. So
And assuming no other wildlife in the area.
the place looked abandoned. There was Vex found one piece of abandoned mining gear, and even the fire beetles and all the animals looked like they hadn't been there in like decades.
Like, it dropped the carcass of this thing that had, like, it was big, it had a chicken beak, it had, like,
It was
hooks
like-
for hands.
It was like if someone made a murder chicken. It's like if a god decided to make a murder chicken.
There's
But
only one
much
place
bigger.
that could come from. That's got to be some sort of Underdarkian monstrosity.
How the hell did it hunt something from the Underdark that's underground?
That is terrifying. I don't even want to know. Did it go down to the Underdark, or are these Underdarkian
If
creatures
it went
coming
down
up?
to if it went to the Underdark, that's one hell. Not only was the creature big, so if it came out, if that came up from the Underdark, that's a hell of a big exit from the Underdark for it to be able to climb up and out of. But if the bird went down, that's an even bigger entrance.
Do you think
Gonna be honest with you, we didn't stick around long enough to find out. It dropped the carcass. Left.
It came
we
from
ran.
the north. It came from the northwest, even further northwest than where its nesting came from.
Wait, didn't we pass a super large crevice on the way when we were moving here?
I remember the pit trap.
Yes.
Look, if the Underdark are
Oh
using
shit!
that as
Yeah, we did.
if the
Oh shit! Yeah, we
Underdark are
did.
using it as an entrance, I say let them continue. We have that bird as a buffer between us and them, and it serves our purpose.
Yeah, but it's only one bird. If many of them come out, we might have to close that hole.
That's
If
going
we
to be
can,
a
because
yeah,
that's a big hole.
that's a massive crater if they're coming from that one. I don't even know how we would do that. Not even with the explosive berries that we have. It would just make the hole bigger.
Yeah, because it's a hole in the ground. You can't cave something into it. You would just make it bigger, and we can't fill it in. Oh Christ!
On the
We're gonna have to keep.
upside, I don't think our on the upside, he says, I don't think our attempts to find places where we could mine stuff were completely fruitless. I found this. The only way to explain what I did with it is magical, is it must be enchanted somehow.
And as soon as you say that,
The-
an older lady elf pops up out of seemingly nowhere. Magically, you say. Mind if I take a peek?
He just jumps like, who are you? When did you get here?
I'm the alchemist.
uh,
I was saved by you guys in the goblin cave with my brother.
Oh, sorry,
and you
you just
helped her make
startled me.
potions the other night.
Yeah.
You just startled me. I forgot my manners.
No worries. And then she goes to grab the pickaxe from you.
I just let her take it,
Perfect.
but says, I expect that back once you're done.
Oh, of course, of course. And she chants a little something with her. She chants a little something while waving her hands at the pickaxe. Her eyes glow a deep purple for a split second, and then her jaw just drops. This is a magical wonder we can't even create something like this anymore. This is from the age of gods. This is even more important than anything in the kingdom of Celeste. This is a national treasure.
It's a
Wait, what?
pickaxe.
It's a pickaxe from the age of the gods. 3,000 years ago, when the last two gods were created. There has never been another god since. And they've abandoned us now, except for the five that still care for this world. Most gods have abandoned this world, except for these few. But this comes from that age where they still walked amongst us.
Oh, which god did this belong to then?
I can only imagine it was created by the God King Hammer himself.
So,
So what you have there is a national treasure class item. It not only can store almost an infinite amount of stone inside the hilt, but it can also dig at great velocity, up to 30 feet per 6 seconds.
Yeah,
So what you're
we know
saying
it.
is
We knew
we
it
can
made big holes. We
we
figured
can
that
fetch
out.
so what you're saying is we can fetch a really good price for this.
A really good price. This could buy an entire kingdom.
for
We
now,
could
I think
also
it's more use.
we have three options. We, you know, sell it for the money. We use it to make our own mine shaft to get our own resources. This is very quickly without having to waste manpower. Or we use it as a political bargaining chip with the Kingdom of Hamazon. They would probably they would go absolutely nuts over a artifact made by their god.
Way I see it, right now, we'll save the other two options, but I say for right now, it's most useful if we use it to fortify ourselves. Because we can do the other ones once we're in a better position, but right now, the fact that there's an Underdark creature, I don't like that. They don't just. Underdark creatures don't just. Underdark creatures, hers, don't just walk the surface. We destroyed their primary gateway, but maybe that's their secondary. And if that's the case, we need to build our defenses really fast.
While you guys
This is
plan
where
out
we
a little
are.
bit, I'm going to run to the bathroom quick.
Okay.
We can upgrade our
Uh,
walls to stone.
there is only one other location I can think of that we can mine without having to
Can I use the bathroom quick?
No, I mean like, are there other
make
sectors?
an
No, there's nothing really
entire
around
new
here.
mine shaft ourselves.
And there's one around here?
I look over at Globe, and I think you know the one I'm on about.
So I agree with you. Um, my thing is we have no way of plugging that hole. I think that's
Oh,
something we're gonna need help with, and I think this is where maybe, oh God, I guess we are gonna have to take an extended adventure, because I think this is something that we're gonna need help with a larger power with, and if we have an in with these hammer whatever people with that, I don't know, be like, hey, we could really use your help. Here's something to make you like us.
I yeah, I was more thinking for, shoring up our defenses. There is only one place I can think of that we can actually that there is a pre-made mining structure that we can use without having to set up our own entire mine from scratch, and that is the one where we heard undead kicking around inside.
Here's
We
what
heard
I
them
think.
scratching, clawing, and moaning and groaning.
Oh, here's what I think, right? Right. We can set up our own new mining operation with very little effort with this.
Yeah.
Oh,
We can
like
with very little effort, but
So sorry about that.
it also means we have to then waste. We then have to put resources into it to not allow it to, cave in on itself. We've got to make the structures, we've got to make the braces, we've got to do all that. The mining shaft with the undead, which in of itself could prove to be a problem if we ignore it for too long, is already a mine shaft that we could feasibly mine in. But in of itself, I don't think we can afford to ignore those undead for particularly long.
I think Lenexi is right. Also, if we're gonna possibly leverage this pickaxe with the Hamazoni whatever people,
Amazonians.
then maybe we don't want to make liberal use of it. In case they can tell, and then maybe they get offended that we're using one of their precious artifacts as, an everyday tool.
Hell, that pickaxe is probably what they used to make the bunker.
We could
Because
just play
the
that
bunker
we
was
didn't know
not far.
card. We could just play the we didn't know at the time card.
Yeah,
Hearing how this is an artifact of their god, maybe we don't want to try and be that dumb.
no.
How long would it take to get to the Hammerzonians?
Roughly 2-3 weeks.
And that's a guess. Because none of us have ever traveled through the desert before. We don't know what it's like. We could easily get sidetracked or
We did find
delayed.
where they
Or
were
we could
at.
just fucking die. Yeah,
Well,
but
we
they
did find that
did
one.
say they weren't staying there for long.
True, but it kind of sounded like that's a place that they, go and
Yeah,
stop in their travels. So it's possible that another.
but
group is
again,
traveling.
it's the researchers. Plus, if we'd have to send the researchers back with word of it, then we'd have to rely on the fact that someone believes the researchers' word and send someone of importance to come confirm it.
Wait. Hear me out. I have an idea. Remember that merchant guy we bought the berries from?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why don't we just give him a letter and ask him to deliver it to the high-ups there? He could make the trek for us and was probably going to do so at some point anyway.
That's relying on he doesn't skim us, doesn't scam us, doesn't take it all for himself, doesn't take credit. You're putting your 100% of faith into someone that we just met. Sure, we did one good trade with him, but this is enough gold to buy a kingdom.
No, we don't tell him what the letter says. We just deliver a letter. We put a
Oh, you
seal
send him
on
with a
it.
letter.
So we put a seal on it so they'll know if it's been disturbed, and we tell him where to take it. We don't tell him what's in it.
That's also assuming he travels that far.
Also, who says we need to go to the capital? We can just go to maybe an outlier.
Well, the capital's where the outliers. Some people might take us seriously there, but then they'd have to send word to the capital because no one at the capital is going to actually give us any political favor, any trade favor, anything worth of any value unless they come confirm it. And the people in the outer settlements aren't going to give us what it's actually worth.
Best I can tell. Well, then we have to go ourselves because we need as few people. Look, if this thing's as valuable as what they say, we need to take it there ourselves, and we need as few people who know about it as possible because if people hear we have something like this, they might be getting ideas. And
I'm going to turn to the alchemist and go, how do you get the stone out of it?
Uh,
Also, how are you able to identify it just like that?
oh,
there's a
it's a spell. It's actually just called Identify. It was one of the first spells I learned as a mage. But
my
that's
guy
not
speaks
important.
up and
How you get
says,
the items off is you have to connect to the item. Uh, Basically, you have to bring yourself to attunement with this item, meditate with it for a little bit, and then you would have access to its storage capacity, which is relatively generous. And not just
I
the stone you mine, though, you can use it as just a regular bag.
wait, he's he looks before saying. He looks before thinking.
You might want to attune to it and empty it first and see what's inside of it before we go pawning it off to anyone.
Yeah, because what if it's
Well,
like, you know,
I'll have
the head
lots of time there, and hold on.
God knows how much stone is in there. We could turn this into, and we could build everyone a home if it's got a large storage capacity, and if it's fairly full, we could build everyone a house and upgrade our walls to stone. Probably even double layer them, depending on how full it is. And God knows if it can be used for other things too. God knows what's in there. It could be filled with. It could be filled with weapons, armor, other magical things. We don't know. Someone should attune to it and empty it and see and get as much worth
I'll
of it.
attend to it.
probably empty it, you know, outside the walls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We don't want to empty
I'll
it in a
attend to
building,
it, my guy
but
says.
I don't think we should empty it outside the walls in case we need to. In case it. Well, I guess we could.
You do have a large
If it's
storage capacity in the vault.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
do suggest. I suggest we empty it outside of any building in case it is a ridiculous amount, but we do it within the walls in case it's a ridiculous amount that we then have to transport in through the gate bit by bit.
fair
We'll
enough.
probably want to do it roughly about there because that's probably where we've got the biggest area in case it's a mountain of stone.
Okay, but I'll attune with it over. I'm assuming it's pretty late when we got back.
Yes,
Yeah,
it would
it
actually
was.
be early. Well, it'd be about 26 hours, so it'd be about the afternoon, actually, or morning. It would be morning, yeah.
Ugh.
I'll attune with it after over a long rest. Something I believe we could all benefit from after we ran like hell all the way back in the quarry.
Certainly. So, over the course of the evening, or over the course of an hour, you guys can meditate with it and attune. Vex is the one attuning with it. You
Yep.
instantly.
Before we do that, can I ask her why the fuck my sword doesn't listen to me when I give it commands? My floating sword.
Oh, absolutely.
I know what it does, but it doesn't bastard listen to me.
Oh, well, this is actually just an animated sword. It doesn't listen to anybody. It'll just attack the closest thing to it. If you are the one who activated it, it will not attack you.
Oh, okay. That's how it works.
So wait, will it attack me even though I'm not hostile?
It will.
Okay, that's how it
Can it
works.
take a step further away from you than what he already was?
It's a magic sword. I've got to say the word, and then even now it's in its scabbard, so it'd be floating around in a scabbard. But yeah, okay. then explains why when I used it, it didn't suddenly listen to me. I assumed it listened because I saw it. No, I didn't see someone else use it. It was just bouncing around.
Correct.
Okay. I just made the assumption. Okay.
It's still a useful tool, especially since it won't attack
Oh yeah,
you.
it's still use. Yeah, it's useful. Don't get me wrong. I just wanted to know why it wasn't listening. I thought maybe it was pissed off or something.
It is not a sentient item, no.
I thought it was either sentient and pissed off, or it was just magical, and I just didn't know the correct words to command it after animating it.
By the way,
Alright.
in the morning, my guy walks outside the walls and says, "Brace yourself," as he holds.
In the walls, in case it's a ridiculous amount of materials that would take forever to ferry in through the gate. In the walls, in probably the biggest area we have, roughly about there,
Well,
or maybe
Fair
even
enough.
over here.
actually,
Just
after the hour of attunement, you would know what items are in the bag, as you have a
that's
mental
useful.
attachment to it. So, with that, you would know you have about 2,500 pounds of. I'm sorry, 2,500 gold worth of quarried stone. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to this.
2,500.
Yes, 2,500.
Okay.
So plus 2,500 stone from pickaxe. Perfect. So now you have 87,000 gold in materials for construction.
Is there anything else in it?
There is actually. In fact, there is quite a bit. Inside, you have generic mining tools. So you have pickaxes, lights, lanterns, lantern oil. You finally got your oil. You
Huh.
also have a weird trinket. It's about the size of an amulet. It does have a chain, but it almost radiates a light, it's almost like a flashlight if that were a thing in this world, but it's a necklace.
Huh. Okay. Anything else, or is that it?
That is it.
Oh, wait, did we just open up the loot box? I just,
You did.
I just got back. Oh,
Yeah, more or
anything
less.
good?
Yeah. So you guys got 2,500 gold worth of stone. You also got a weird trinket that is basically a flashlight that you wear around your neck. And then you also got generic mining materials, or like pickaxes and lanterns and stuff. Yeah.
Pickaxes, lanterns, probably hammers for breaking large stones, things like that.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a long journey. I
And
think we could all
a
benefit
glowstick
from the
necklace.
horse.
I'm
Well,
sorry,
it's
two
gonna be-
people were
Yeah,
talking
well-
at once. What happened?
I just said it was a glow stick necklace. Is probably
Yeah.
the most comparison.
That is definitely a fair statement.
I was just gonna say, after I empty that out, my guy says, "It's gonna be a long journey. I think we could all benefit from taking a horse with us."
If we're gonna be going through a desert, is a horse a best
Deserts
idea?
aren't-
Because
No, unfortunately, as much as As much as I love Andromeda, horses aren't built for deserts. Especially not
Well,
horses that are raised
so to
and reared
say.
in our climates. Some horses can be built for hotter climates, such as deserts, but definitely not Andromeda, a large war horse, or any of the draft horses we brought with us to pull the wagons. They're not built for that
I
climate. They'd
definitely
overheat
can't
and
help but
collapse.
notice a stark lack of camels in our place.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Even then, I don't think as much favor as that pickaxe would carry with hammers on. One, it's a useful thing to have here and now as
So,
a bag of holding and as a tool in general. But two, we have more pressing concerns than making a 3-week journey through unknown territory to a not unknown group, but it's an unknown territory in an unknown climate with unknown dangers in the way. And from what I hear, it's incredibly easy to get lost and die in a desert where everything looks the same and it's just dune after dune. Getting lost is extremely easy. And we don't have the food or water to spare for a journey. Well, we have the water to spare. We don't have the food to spare for a 3-week journey.
So, what do you recommend?
Hang on to it for now. Maybe make use of it at some point. You can use it as a glorified bag of holding for the moment, and for all I care. But yes, it will carry favor. But it would also help when this place is a bigger settlement. We will be able to carry. We will be able to bargain for more because we'll be more important and more of a valuable asset to bargain with.
Fair enough.
We're relatively unknowns coming in carrying a artifact of their god. What's stopping them all from turning around and beating us to death and taking it off of our corpse?
Oh, was this Hammer guy an asshole? Was he a good guy? Like, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know shit
no,
about gods.
he was a good guy from what little I gleaned from the Amazons, but we are literally walking in carrying an artifact of their god. We do not believe in their god, and we are walking in with our dirty hands holding an artifact of their god. They might view it as blasphemy. They might
Can
kill
I
us
roll a
for
can I
holding
roll a
a
check to
such
see
a.
what I know about them and how how their leaders would likely respond? What would I roll for that?
that would be either a history or
Well, a religion would probably cover
yeah,
how they as a whole would react, but there's nothing we don't know of their leaders as individuals, so we've got nothing. There's no role you could make to determine how the leaders themselves would react. Just because a
correct.
religion is benevolent doesn't mean an individual leading that nation and that religion is benevolent.
That's fair.
Well, I don't know.
We know as a
Leaders tend
whole.
to develop reputations that span far and wide.
We know as a whole the Amazons and Hammer himself were good individuals. They're kind, they caring individuals. They're just very good. They mainly worship craftsmanship and everything like that. We know they're good people. They're
I
not
got
like
16 for my
evil.
religion check.
What's that?
My religion check.
You're
He
cutting
got
out again,
static.
but I think you said 16.
Yeah, he got us. I heard 16, but he's going very staticky.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is nothing to say. Even if we know the Amazons themselves as a whole are good people, won't just go zealot mode because we're touching one of what they would consider their most holy artifacts, and it is in the hands of non-believers.
So with the
It's
16,
not likely.
yeah, it's hard to say with the Hammerzonians. You haven't really had much interaction with them, but it is safe to assume that you bringing one of their holy relics, depending on how you do it, could end very badly. Also, is it safe to assume that you guys are going to use this quarried stone to upgrade your walls?
Yes, that's probably our best bet, is to use it to upgrade the
That would
walls
have been my vote.
into stone wall. Probably the walls and the watchtowers into stone towers and stone walls. They're probably the things. And we might add an extra gate so we have more than one entrance.
Where would you like to add that extra gate?
Do you want to add it on the south side or do you want to add it on the east side? Which one, guys? I say the south, just so, one way in. You got two ways. Well, you got two ways in, and they're on the opposite ends of the city.
Yeah, that would
Oh
work.
well, that makes the most sense. So probably in the middle, because you can't put it directly opposite the other one, because that's where the houses are. But yeah, probably more along the lines of like the middle, or you could stick it on the east. The east gate also works. Depends.
You got to pick one.
Hey.
I already put it on the south now.
All right. I don't like making decisions when it comes to building the thing as a whole, because I feel like I'm constantly the one making the decisions.
I don't know shit about city planning.
Me neither.
No.
I'm a mayor. I can't make decisions.
Well, I like the idea of using the stones for walls, but if this is good quarried stone, well, do we have any of those like builders around here that can tell like if this is like good quality stone? Because what if we build like a nice little blacksmithing area with this?
I don't know. Let me just
No.
check to see how many masons we have left in town.
Jesus Christ, that's a good question.
We have 2, so yes.
Yeah, luckily Mason was not the only Mason. We have, out of the 2 or 3 roles with only one person able to be them, both have survived, and that is the mayor and the stable hand, if I remember correctly.
Because if this is like solid granite, then all right, maybe walls are a good idea. If it's like limestone or something, we do not want to make walls out of limestone.
There are lots
Why
of
not?
different types of stone here. You would have enough granite or any of the really nice, like marble.
I mean, Marvel's but it's a bit ornate walls.
Like, yes, welcome to our little, village with its solid marble walls. Please don't raid us. We put all of our money into the wall.
From a distance, it'd be this gleaming pit. There'd be these gleaming giant walls of glistening white marble, and then and it's just a shithole where not even every villager has a basic hut each yet.
Yeah.
Like I say, I think we should use the rocks for utility buildings because that will help us grow, provide basic goods and services. Like walls are nice, but wooden walls, I say they're good enough for now. Like we have our
If they
defenses,
use
we have
fire,
towers.
we're cooked.
I mean,
Oh,
Or if a large
Um,
enough creature comes along. And did you see the size of that thing? What did Julius call it? That hook horror? The
Alright,
size of that thing that could probably knock
alright,
over all walls,
but
stone
we build
walls.
Here's the thing though, we build a stone gatehouse. What are the doors going to be made out of? Wood. It's still going to be those exact same wooden doors we have right there. And I'm
Well,
sure it'll
we
bash right
have
through it.
We have the metal. We could make a portcullis.
Or could that metal be spent better? That's kind of my
Don't
thing.
exactly. We don't. Metal isn't used in a huge amount of most of our projects, and what it is used in huge amounts of are things like that. And the other things we can make out of it are just generic tools and stuff.
Yeah, but how many nails can we make with that metal to actually build houses for these people? So they're not sleeping in tents, because again, come winter, those tents are gonna suck.
Currently, there is enough barracks room for everybody to live in the castle. There is enough barracks room for everyone to live in the castle. People are living in tents by choice.
Real quick, I'd like to point out we literally have a instant get a shit ton of stone button I can press.
That too.
So we can.
Then there's the fact of if we do go clear out that mine where the undead are, we don't know how much stone. There could be shitloads of stone and metal still in there, and it was abandoned due to the undead.
I say we go to
Then
the mine.
even if there's not, we can make an entrance that leads beneath the ground and mine underneath where the rock nests, if we really, really need to.
If we're going to do that, we need to cut out these trees and make support beams for that. Because
yes, that's why I'd prefer to get the actual. We have more than enough wood to make the support beams as is.
Yep.
But I'd rather go and commandeer an established mine than waste resources setting up a mine. Sure, we then get resources from the mine, but it costs resources. The undead mine, yes, we'll have to hack our way through it undead, and yes, it will be a pain in the ass, and yes, it will be dangerous. And yes, I really, really don't want to do it because it's probably going to stink down there to high heaven. But
wait, hear me out, right? We take. I have a way to burn through these undead with ease. Take the bottle, fill the bottle with the oil, stuff the rag in the bottle, and I'm not going to do this next step. Wait. I did the first two steps as I was saying this, but I'm not going to do this next step. When you see the undead, light the rag, throw the bottle, and boom, cooked meat.
I feel like we've had this conversation before where the oil is
Yeah.
extremely precious. Like,
yeah,
we can't make more of that, and there
we
will come
can't
a
make
time
more of
when
that.
we're going to need that oil. Like,
We're going to
plants.
need that. Yeah, we're going to need that oil for the lamps. To mine in the mine, we're going to clear of the undead.
Yeah.
And plus, then there's the fact of, have you never heard of fire stops people because people feel pain? Fire doesn't stop the undead because undead don't feel pain. Then all you've got is a flaming undead trying to kill you.
Look, we can put torches in the end. We can light the mine with torches.
Have you ever been with a torch in an enclosed area? It's hard to breathe.
Yeah, it gets very hard to breathe very quickly. That's why we use lanterns.
Yeah.
Because they produce very little to no smoke. Burning wood burns a lot. It creates a lot of smoke.
Okay,
you're gonna cause the mines to die.
So the plan is go to the mines, kill all the undead, if we're try to lure them out small groups at a time, so they're easier to manage.
Unfortunately, we didn't scout the mine at all. We don't know how deep it goes, what kind of mine it is, how many undead in there, what kinds of undead are in there, whether that's the only entrance or exit, and a number of other factors. This is the one we are going in absolutely blind. I cannot lie, we are going in blind. This is arguably one of the most dangerous tasks we will set out to complete.
Okay. So, here's what I'm thinking, right? For a battle plan. If we do this, Glorb, you're the only one who can see in the dark.
Not
Correct?
true. I can see in the dark. I can't see in the dark if I shapeshift into a wolf.
Yeah,
But I can see in the dark perfectly fine as is.
Yeah.
I won't be able to ride Andromeda in. I pat Andromeda around the side. I won't be able to ride Andromeda in a cave like that, so I will be on foot. But
Like as
No,
much as I
here-
like the
wait,
idea of
I have
going
an
with the
idea.
plan. No,
I
hang on.
have an idea.
Thing is, we can make any plan that we want, but we don't even know what's
No.
in it. Maybe it's
Yeah.
just one really loud undead. Maybe
yeah, we are
it's
going in
entire
blind.
pack of them. We don't know. We're gonna have
And
to
any
take a look. Hopefully, we can take a look and get out, then form a plan. Worst case scenario, we go
Yeah.
and take a look and then have to think on the spot.
yeah. Plus, there's the old saying of no plan ever survives first contact. So we can plan as much as we want. It will never survive first contact. Combine that with the fact that we're going in blind.
My plan, and you're already shutting it down.
It's not that we're
Mostly
shutting it down.
because we're going in blind, and you could be planning around the entire wrong aspects.
Because we went against those flying snakes with a really solid plan. It was a good plan.
It went south real fast.
How many of y'all almost died?
Look,
All
my
three
current
of us.
just hear it out before you say it's terror, before you immediately dismiss it. We let you shapeshift into a wolf, right? You're faster like that. You can't see in the dark. That's true. But if we put this amulet around your wolf self, you can. Now that'll naturally give away your position and make it where you can't sneak, but that's the point. You're just supposed to get their attention and then run out. Where me and the other one will wait. We'll wait with an ambush. When the undead predictably follow, we'll unload. I'll fire my spells. You'll fire whatever you have.
I
That
do undead follow
plot. Yeah. Plus,
Do they
there's
care?
we also have no idea if the undead are faster than a wolf. Like I said, we don't know what undead are down there, and we also don't know the numbers. That plan works if I lure about 10 of them out. If I end up luring 80 to 100 of them out straight towards you, doesn't matter if we're ambushing. We're fucked. We'd have to book it anyway.
Grab 2 of the berries, just in case. We'll send a scout first. We'll send Glorb as a scout first, just in case. If there's a shit ton.
That's probably gonna have to be our plan. We're gonna have to scout it out blind to see, and then we're probably gonna have, if shit goes sideways, we're gonna have to deal with it all blind. We might be able to get a scout out of it off first, and then come up with a plan.
Oh, I should have pointed out this real quick. As a wolf outside of character, you can dash 80 feet. Show me a single undead that can move 80 feet in a single turn.
You don't know what the DM has homebrewed.
Yeah, you never know what
What experience with the undead would our characters have?
none, just horror
We've
stories.
Just come from commoners to level 1. For us, the undead are things that you run from and tell the guards about, and then the guard either hires mercenaries or gets like the local battle master to deal with them.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
well,
have no experience with the undead. They are things that are used to scare us as children, and for every reason. The reason that, like, hey, you don't go in the woods because a zombie might get you.
well, I still say we take 2 of the berries. We have them set up outside the cave. Worst case
No,
scenario,
we
just
don't have them set up at all. We use them if we need them. We don't have them pre-set up. God knows what could accidentally set them off. They're volatile as hell. We don't want to get accidentally set off. We don't want to set them up, go in and scout the place only for a bird to land on it and peck at it and trap us in there.
no, like what I meant is we set them in the jars outside the cave. Worst case scenario, we make a mad dash out, and once we get like 60 feet past the jars and the horde is chasing us, I cast firebolt on one of the jars and destroy the entire horde. That's best case scenario. We kill them all without that, and then I just collect them and put them back in the safe.
I'm not saying we don't bring any with us, but pre-setting them up is just asking for something outside of our control to set them off and us to be trapped in there.
Fair
We need to
enough.
look at the cave first. We need to at least see the inside of it.
Do we want to
There's
take a
so
couple
fair
day
enough.
journey to go head that way?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it a couple of days? I mean,
the walls look nice.
That was Wilderness 25, so that would have been, yeah, about 4 or 5 day journey.
fucking hell. Was that with the wagons or without the wagons?
That would be cutting it short. With the wagon or without the
wow.
wagons. Yeah.
Damn, okay.
Since I
So
mean,
that's still a hell of a journey.
Yeah, well, I mean that was halfway. That was your halfway point.
better be some
Yeah,
good stuff
if
in the
we
cave.
find a horse with us, speed the journey up.
Yeah, if you guys wanted to take horses, you could speed the journey up by a day or two.
I mean, we could take a wagon. Say we take it like 3/4 of the way, but then the last quarter we go on foot. This way, the very valuable horses in a wagon are not in.
Well, if you take a
Immediate
wagon, that
danger.
would slow you down.
Oh,
A wagon would
But
slow you down.
I thought the idea was it wasn't the wagon as a whole, it was the fact that we had a full-blown caravan of wagons was the issue of why we got slowed down.
Right, but your fastest means of travel would be a horse by itself,
Horse, yeah.
and then your next fastest would be just walking, and then your next fastest would be just one single cart, and then the next fastest would be the caravan.
Really? I feel like a cart would be faster than just walking.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold up.
Either way, I think we should just do the whole horse thing.
Hold on. I actually have a chart for this.
maybe I'm just overthinking, but
Hold on. I have a realistic travel chart. Hold on. Here we go.
What?
So, on foot, you could realistically walk 30 miles a day at maximum speed, 20 miles a day at average speed. So let's just focus on the average speed. On horseback, it's 5 miles per day, or I'm sorry, 5 miles per hour, 20 to 30 miles per day on average. And then, oh, it doesn't actually have carts. It just says foot, horseback, or on sea, or by pigeon. Screw it. I'm going to say carts are slightly faster than on foot. So it'll be 3 days by cart, 4 days by foot, and 2 days just by horseback by itself.
I've got some here. I've got rules here. A cart moves as fast as the slowest animal pulling it. So if we have draft horses pulling them, they pull it at 40 feet. And the different animals have different movement speeds and different carrying capacity, so they can pull heavier things.
Makes sense?
A draft horse is 40 feet, so it could move 40 feet per day. It's automatically faster than we can move.
Yep. Okay, that's fair.
And if you use a riding horse or a war horse to pull it, it's 60 feet a day.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fine. I'm
If we
fine with
use
those rules.
ponies, donkeys, and mules are all the same as draft horses of 40. So yeah,
All right. So you guys have actually you guys have draft horses. So that would be
yeah.
your yeah,
Every horse we have, how many caravans did we come with? It was like 4, wasn't it?
4. Yep. And so each one would take
4.
2 horses.
Each
So you
was
have 6 horses.
each one was pulled by 2 draft horses, and then so that's 8 horses in total, 8 draft horses, and then Andromeda is the 1 war horse, which means 9 horses in total.
Yep.
Let me look at seeing if including 2 mounts doubles speed.
There we go.
Oh no! If multiple animals pull the same vehicle, they add their carrying capacity. They can pull heavier things. They do not pull it faster.
That makes sense. Okay, cool. So with all of that in mind, you guys can take the couple-day journey back, basically directly where you guys came from.
I pick up 3 jars worth of exploding berries.
It's a tiny entrance. We'd need 1.
Oh, the plan isn't to seal the plan isn't to seal the mine. At least not that. At least that's not the first resort. The plan is to use that. Is if we can lure them outside the undead outside the mine, we can take out large numbers of them if need be.
Possibly.
I feel like that's a relative waste.
So
I feel like if there's large numbers of them, we just close the mine. We just don't deal with it.
But then we can't use the mine, and that was the whole point of all
Yeah,
of it.
but if I'd rather us not, if it's a ridiculous amount of undead or a large amount of undead, I'd rather just us close the mine and make our own mine than risk dying to undead. Like, I'd rather just.
It's better to be in a position where we need it but don't have it than have it but don't need it.
all right. So if we are walking there, or well, taking horses there, I am going to need a few survival checks to see where we end up along the way. Where are we stopping for the nights?
Do I have advantage because I've got it marked down on the map?
Yes.
I think you roll with advantage. Well, that's a 23.
Oof. Nice. All right. So, the first day, you travel pretty far. In fact, you make it all the way to this familiar little farm.
Wait, did we go by car or by horseback? I can't remember.
Horseback, I thought.
Horse.
We're taking the
Okay, we're going
fastest
by
way.
horse. Yeah. Okay, we're going by horseback then.
Yeah. So you guys make it back to the farm. You still have all the farm people out and about doing their farm work. A nice couple and their daughter working away, making some wine, growing some grapes. Are we stopping? Keep going?
We should probably stop by, let them know real quick that we made it, that the village is set up, that they can come trade with us if they wish for anything they require, or they can sell their goods to make some money.
Oh, well, that's wonderful news. Glad you, and he comes over. Glad you guys made it. I wasn't sure. We saw a few. We saw recently just a scouting party come in. It looked like they had a big fancy noble with them.
Yes, that would be our new Duke.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. It looks like we've been incorporated into Hamel County is what they're calling it now. So
Yeah,
I guess we're part of the same county. Maybe we can help each other out.
I'd be very glad of that. If hell, I'm pretty sure right now no one's got any alcohol down there. I think we might be brewing mead, but we're looking at a few months off. So I'm imagining you'd make a killing selling your wine in town.
Oh, that's wonderful news. We'll stop in next week once we get our bottling taken care of. We got a fresh batch coming out, and then we have some aging in the back. So we'll take some supply down next week.
You have no idea how happy that would make everyone. Everyone's been missing just having that tavern to just sit around and chat to people, and just that little bit of booze. Everyone has missed having an ale or just getting outright shit faced.
I can imagine. I definitely understand. So we'll make the trip. Do you guys need a place to stay for the night?
How late is it?
It's probably mid-afternoon.
Mid-afternoon. We could probably. What do you guys say? Would you keep moving and camp out, or do you want to stay here where it'd be nice and comfy, and then get a fresh start early in the morning?
I like the fresh start option.
Yeah, getting a good night's sleep is
Yeah.
a good idea.
Certainly. And his daughter runs over to
Well,
the
We can.
to the oven and grabs a few fresh pieces of bread out and brings it over to you guys. Oh, good. We're having company. Here, have some bread.
Thank you.
Well,
Mighty take off.
And then
we'll
the
probably
wife.
sit down. We'll talk to them. Spend an evening. We might. I'm imagining while we're their guests, I'm imagining Glob's probably talking farming with them, everything.
My guy has his just eyes glued on like a jar he's been carrying around with like red stones moved around it and an egg inside it. His eyes are glued onto it as he says, "It's close, I know it."
When Exio looks over and just goes, "You really don't know how eggs and birds work, do you? Oh, well, eggs and animals work, do you?"
What do you mean?
Eggs are supposed to go in a nest. They're supposed to be nurtured and cared for, not placed in a sealed environment.
Oh,
Plus, you do.
sealed. I poked air holes in it.
Still a sealed environment.
Look, it's close.
Plus,
I know it. I even see it move. I even see it move a bit.
yeah, but you do know how difficult it can be for a animal. It can take hours or days for a animal to break its way through its eggshell. And then there's the fact that sometimes they need an outside helping hand. That could be a bit of a pain in the ass when you've got it sealed up in a jar.
You guys, don't worry. My familiar has been doing a lot in terms of helping me keep an eye on it.
Good.
Plus, I mean, saw what a nightmare this thing's mother was.
No shit.
Yeah, we killed and ate its mother. And also, I'm pretty sure I ate most of its siblings.
Probably.
Eh,
Yeah, not probably, certainly.
Yeah.
Those eggs were delicious.
As you guys are reminiscing about your past endeavors, the farmers are giving you odd looks as you stare at this egg.
long story short,
The
we
next
found,
year's got hers in a in she's got it like in a pack in a nest, just carefully packed in there and just made as comfortable as possible.
I explained
Like
to our host that like we ran into a nest group of flying snakes and we slew them all. And
Yeah.
didn't want to waste the eggs.
No, that makes total sense. Those snakes are absolute pest. I have to. I actually have. I bought an emitter thing from the dwarves, and I have it in the center of my field. Keeps them away.
we might have to look into doing that at some point.
Well, if you
We got
ever
rid
run
of their
into
nest, but God knows they'll be back.
Yeah, if you ever run into Dwayne, he sells all sorts of really cool dwarven gear. That way you don't have to go all the way to the dwarven city.
Yeah, we bumped into him before. Nice guy.
Absolute gem, that man. He comes over and buys our alcohol and usually trades us some really cool items. In fact, most of my equipment's either made by him or sold by him.
From what I've
Yeah.
seen, he makes absolutely phenomenal work.
Yeah, I saw him a couple days ago. He was reminiscing about a group of hooligans that came and destroyed his forge almost. It was hilarious. He holds them in high regards for some reason.
That would be us. One of our party, who is sadly no longer with us, got a little too inquisitive at his forge and made a mess. We cleaned it up afterwards and we talked to him, we made friends, but it was someone got a little too inquisitive over what was happening. They were a mason. They really enjoyed the mason work of his forge. They were investigating it a little too closely and ruined what he had been working on. But we helped him clean it up, and it did almost kill us. So I think he figured we learned a lesson.
Fair enough. Yeah, he likes you guys. So next time you see him, definitely say hi.
We're heading up that way anyway, so we should probably stop by and let him know, so he can happily come down and trade his wares with us down there.
Sure, sure. So you guys can.
I'm going to ask them what they know of that mine and that area.
You mean the one just northwest of here?
Yeah. What do you know of it?
I mean, I haven't explored it much. There's a bunch of weird noises coming from there. It most likely is some sort of undead situation.
Yeah. We're going to just investigate it. We need stone for the village to help expand. Everyone needs a home. So we've kind of tasked ourselves with seeing if we can clear it out, and if it proves to be too much of a detriment, we will just cave it in and make sure none of them can get it out.
Hey, smart.
I was curious if you knew as to how it ended up in that state.
Maybe its previous were.
That was long before we got here. Wow, not
It's
even.
all right if you don't know. I was just a little curious in case you did.
I got you. No, unfortunately, I don't have a clue.
Well, hopefully it will either be a fresh supply of metal and stone, or no longer be something to have any worry over.
Well, I wish you guys the best of luck on your journey. Feel free to rest up here for the night. We got plenty of room for you.
Thank you very much.
Greatly appreciated.
We greatly appreciate your hospitality.
Of course. And so you guys can enjoy your evening, have pretty much unlimited amounts of booze, bread, and different other grains and stuff that you have not had access to in quite some time. Although there's very little protein in this meal, it's almost enjoyable since that's about all you've eaten for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, our next survival checks, or since you guys already know where Dwayne's place is, do you want to just head straight to Dwayne?
Is Dwayne closer than the mine, or
It's actually pretty close to the mine. So
yeah?
the mine is Wilderness 25, Dwayne is Wilderness 26.
Okay, so yeah, we'll stop at Dwayne's first. Let him know he can come uh, trade with us in the settlement. Let him know we actually made it, and there is actually a settlement there that he can trade with and sell his wares, and hopefully that will be beneficial for us. And hopefully, maybe we can. Dwayne might know why the mine shut down,
Well, we can
being as he is
certainly
a
find
dwarf,
out.
and dwarves have longer lifespans.
Ooh, you're no longer alive. You're not here. And you're not
Oh
here.
no. Sad, you're no longer alive.
It
I mean,
was
it's an accurate
Mason.
statement, but it doesn't make it any. It doesn't make it any sadder. Me, out of them all, Mason's death probably hit the hardest.
That's fair. That's fair. Saving a really stupid person.
Damn.
Yeah, giant snow globe got opened up because of somebody's stupid
No,
choices.
Mason died to the snakes.
Oh, that's right. That was Hal the human that died that way.
Yeah, that was
Mason,
John.
yeah,
That
Mason
was
got snuck
yeah,
attacked by flying snakes. So we
yeah.
avenged Mason last session.
We avenged him in that session. We killed the snakes that did it, but we doubly avenged him then.
Yeah.
Every time we kill the snakes, it's to avenge Mason.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, you guys safely travel along the way. Right before you get to the mine, you find Dwayne at his forge. Actually, pretty much right where you left him. He's got the same situation going on, except it's almost done. He's pulling it out of the forge now. He's got his ice magic stone and his fire magic stone in two separate containers, and you watch him as he puts it onto the anvil, puts a piece of neutral stone in between it, and then starts hammering it and molding it together. As you
I'll
guys,
wait for a lull. I'll wait for a lull in his work to call out, so we don't distract him and cause him to cause any damage.
he hears your horses pull up, and as he sees you guys approach, oh, hold on, I know this. Galore, Lenexia, I recognize you guys. How's it going?
Good.
It's
We
going well.
we managed to make it there. So I pull out the map and I show him exactly where it is. There's a settlement there that you can come trade with anytime you wish.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for letting me know. Who's your friend that you got with you?
This is Vex, another member of our group. We got promoted from a scouting party to an adventuring group. Basically meant we couldn't go back to our actual job, our normal before this thing jobs. So now we're adventurers.
Hey, promotion's a
Don't know.
promotion.
Yeah. We need stone and metal, so we decided there's a we took a look at a quarry nearby. Unfortunately, it's a rock nesting site, so can't mine there.
I know which place you're talking
And-
about. I've tried to take those rocks for years. Those birds aren't going anywhere. They've been there for 25 years, almost as long as almost twice as long as the undead situation over here.
That was our
hey,
other one.
speaking of the undead situation,
We
how dead are
decided.
we if we go take a look?
Yeah.
Hey, hey, Sophie, it's good to see you. Welcome into chat. Sorry I didn't see that earlier. I don't know how long it's been there. But good to see you. Anyways, back to the game. Yeah, so the undead situation has been there about 10, 15 years. I'm not even sure what it is. I boarded it up because of some zombie undead thing came out of there about 10, 15 years ago, and I killed it, didn't think anything of it, continued on my forge, and then another one came out a couple days later, and I was like, okay, that's weird. So I boarded it up, and now there's multiple noises coming from that cave, but I have no idea how they're getting there.
Yeah,
That's
we
not
think
reassuring.
no. We've decided we need metal and stone to help expand, and we figured it'd be best to try and commandeer a mine, an already made mine, than make our own. We were curious if you knew. Well, you've said what you know, so you don't know how it came about, but we know it's been there for a while. We're going to take a look and see if we can deal with it. If we can, hopefully, well, that'll mean a new source of metal and stone and a new place to mine. But if not, we'll have to set up our own mine shaft.
I mean, it's definitely not a bad choice. The few times I went in there, it's your typical mine, pretty deep. It's a lot of winding passages, and it's extremely dark, so make sure you have light. But overall, it's not too bad. Uh, Other than the undead situation. Again, I have no idea how they're getting there.
Yeah. Mm. Well, until we figure that out and rectify or stop how they're getting there, well, we wouldn't be able to call it clear. So either we'll cave the thing in so they'll never ever get out of there, or we'll clear them out and then stop whatever is either creating them or stop wherever they're coming from, and then hopefully there will be a new mine with for metal and stone and a new closer place. Who knows? They might even mine magic. There might even be magical stone down there for you to help us figure out how to gather, and then we can work out some arrangement.
Well, I haven't wanted to deal with those undead myself, but if you guys want to back me up, we could probably take them out together, try to get to the bottom of what's going on.
Any help would be greatly appreciated.
Certainly, let me grab some gear and let's head over that way.
You know the lay of the, you know the inner workings of that place, right?
He mentioned he went in it a bit as a general mine. I don't think, from what Dwayne was saying, he went in too far. But he knows more than we do, so it's better than going in completely blind like we were planning on it. With it being so close, I suggest we leave our horses here where they're safe at Dwayne's Forge.
Yeah, that's not a
Good
bad
luck.
idea. I have a small hitch over behind the forge where it's safe.
Yeah, leave our horses there. Make sure that way we can make sure they're all safe, and that way we don't have to worry about any undead coming at them.
Of
And
course.
while I have no worries that Andromeda here would be able to deal with a lone undead, I'd rather not the horses get swarmed. You will want to bring those berries along just in case we do have to cave the mine in completely.
Right.
All right,
Be
let's be on our way then. And he goes and grabs a few trinkets out of the compartment in the forge, throws them inside a bag, and throws it over his shoulder. Let's get moving.
We all begin to make our way, I guess. Dwayne in tow.
Indeed. So,
I'm traveling with the back of the pack.
That's why that's slightly lower.
All right. So, I think this is where we're going to call it for the night. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick outro, and then I'll end the stream, then do the usual player DM questions and stuff. So, thank you everybody for watching. Sophia, good to see you in chat. Foggy, whatever, offline in on the Kick chat, good to see you as well. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm Sir Random. This is my team, signing off.